Welcome back to the deep dive. You know, when you walk through a huge city like Tokyo, it's easy to just see the modern stuff, the skyscrapers and bright lights.
Hmm.
But underneath all that concrete, there's often layers and layers of forgotten history. And sometimes, not just buildings, but whole place names just vanish from the map.
Yeah, exactly. These sort of ghost names. And that's what we're diving into today. One of Tokyo's most fascinating examples in Katsushika Ward. We're talking about the former Honden-chō Honden-town.
Honden-chō, okay. And it officially disappeared, what, back in the 60s?
1966, yeah.
Yeah.
New addressing system came in. But the spirit of Honden-chō, oh, that's very much alive in the areas it used to cover. We're mainly talking about Tateishi and Yotsugi today.
Right. So our mission for you listening is basically to use the info we have like a time traveler's map. We're going to uncover some really unique stories, hidden gems, local legends.
Absolutely. It's a deep look into Tokyo's Shitamachi culture, that old downtown working class heart. If you want to get past the usual tourist trails, this stuff is gold.
Before we jump in, though, that name change history is pretty wild, isn't it? Honden-chōs didn't last long.
No, it was really quick. It started as Tateishi Village in 1889. Then, like a year later, it's Honden Village.
Yeah.
Then 1928, it becomes Honden Town.
Okay.
And just 4 years after that, in 1932, boom, it gets swallowed up into the brand new Katsushika Ward. So Honden Town itself only existed for 4 years. It sets the stage for a place that's always kind of been shifting its identity.
Okay, let's start with maybe the ultimate symbol of that vanishing identity. Deep in Tateishi 8-tone, there's this rock, the Tateishi-sama.
Ah, yes, the sacred standing rock. And this isn't just old, it's ancient.
Yeah.
We're talking maybe Rumachi period, so what, 600 plus years ago? Or maybe even Kofun era, which is way older.
Wow.
Geologically, it's Bushu stone from the Bushu Peninsula. It was probably a pretty significant marker back in the day, maybe on an old road.
But the legend that really took hold was from the Edo period, right? The Niari Ishi.
Oh, a rooted stone, yeah, that's the one.
Because people believed you couldn't find its base.
Exactly. No matter how deep anyone dug, they supposedly couldn't find the bottom. It seemed immovable, permanent, hugely important spiritually. They even built a shrine for it in 1811, Tateishi Inari Demugen. It really symbolized stability.
Which makes it incredibly ironic that this symbol of permanence is, well, it's physically disappearing.
It really is, and not just from natural causes like weathering or the ground sinking, although that's part of it.
So what else happened?
Humans. Human belief, actually. People thought chipping off bits of this sacred rock could work as, like, powerful medicine.
Seriously?
And then, during the Sino-Japanese and Russo-Japanese wars, people were desperate for good luck charms. So they chipped off pieces thinking they'd act as bullet protection.
So the more people revered it, the more they actually destroyed it. That's quite something.
It is, isn't it? Veneration literally led to erosion.
So if you go looking for this amazing rooted stone today, what do you actually find?
Well, you have to look closely. It's tiny now, just a few centimeters sticking out of the ground. It's carefully protected by an iron fence inside the shrine grounds. It's almost literally vanished into the earth.
Wow.
It survives mainly as a spiritual idea, a memory, which is kind of a perfect metaphor for Honden-chō itself, the ghost name.
Yeah, the name vanished from the map, the stones vanishing from the ground. It really hammers home that idea of spiritual survival versus physical disappearance.
And that idea of vanishing connects nicely to the administrative side, too. Honden Town wasn't just a place. It was, for a brief time, the heart of the new ward.
Ah, right. Because when Katsushika Ward was created in 32...
Tateishi was basically its birthplace, the old Honden Town office building. That became the temporary administrative center for the whole new ward. It's a small detail, but pretty crucial for the ward's founding history.
Okay, so if you wanted to stand on that historical spot today, where would you go? Is there anything marking it?
Not explicitly, no plaque that I know of, but the site itself is now occupied by the Katsushika City Tateishi Library in Tateishi Wankom. Pretty unassuming now.
A library? Huh. Holding the ward's history in more ways than one. But the permanent ward office, built just a few years later, was somewhere quite different.
Oh, completely different. 1937, they built the proper new office out on the Odo-kuchi.
Which sounds much more rural.
It absolutely was. It was basically this big reed field. Apparently, it was famous for fireflies in the summer. Imagine that contrast.
Yeah.
Going from this small existing town office to building this big new facility on a quiet field full of fireflies. It really captures that rush towards urbanization happening just before the war.
But the culture Tateishi is really famous for today, that's totally post-war, isn't it? The whole senbero thing.
Oh, absolutely. Senbero. Literally 1,000 yen drunk. It's this whole vibe, this ethos that grew out of some pretty tough post-war times.
How?
Well, during the war, Tateishi was heavy industry, lots of factories. After the war, during the Allied occupation, things shifted. Facilities popped up for the workers, but it also developed into what was known as an akasen chitai.
A red light district.
Yeah, essentially, serving the Allied forces, run under the RAA, the Recreation and Amusement Association.
Okay, that context is key. So this really cheap, kind of rough and ready but welcoming culture wasn't just random. It was forged out of serving that specific post-war population.
Exactly. Necessity, you could say. It created this environment where you could eat well, drink plenty, and not spend much money at all. Just pocket change, really.
And that spirit, that low-cost, high-energy vibe, it's still there.
It is. Incredibly strongly preserved.
Yeah.
Which is why it's become such a draw for people looking for authentic Tokyo. But, and this is the big but, it's facing massive urban renewal projects right now.
So that see it before it's gone feeling is very real here.
Very real. There's a genuine urgency.
Okay, so for visitors wanting that authentic senbero hit, where should they head first?
2 spots near Tateishi Station are essential. First, you've got Nambi-yokocho. Drinker's Alley, basically. Yeah. It is the image of that narrow, smoky, wooden alleyway drinking culture. It's noisy, cramped, and completely takes you back to post-war Tokyo. It's amazing.
And the other one, the shopping street.
Yeah, the Tateishi Nakami shopping street. It's this narrow, covered arcade, fantastic local food stalls. You got to try Icha for their fried stuff with sozai, like deli dishes, or kurai shuten for handmade side dishes.
Sounds delicious.
It is. And it's not polished or fancy. It's real, cheap, full of character. And honestly, the clock is ticking on places like this.
Okay, so we've got the vanishing rock and the buzzing, maybe soon-to-vanish alleys of Tateishi. But Honden-chō also included Yotsugi. And the story there shifts again, doesn't it, towards football?
Sort of, yeah. Yotsugi has this really strong modern identity thanks to Takahashi Yuichi.
The creator of Captain Tsubasa.
Exactly. He's from Yotsugi. And the area has totally embraced it. It's become this fantastic blend of local pride and global pop culture.
So it's like a modern pilgrimage site for anime fans.
Pretty much. Instead of looking for ancient stones, tourists are following the trail of Captain Tsubasa statues. There are 8 of them scattered around Yotsugi and even into Tateishi.
Oh, cool. Like where?
Well, the main man, Tsubasa Uzora, he's right outside Yotsugi Station. You can find his buddy Taro Misaki in Shibu Park, Gento Wakabayashi, the goalie, and Kujiro Hyuga, the rival. They're over in Yotsugi Tsubasa Park.
That's brilliant. A great way to explore the neighborhood, actually.
It really is. Connects the old streets with something totally international.
But Yotsugi itself, the name Yotsugi, that has its own mystery, right? Like older legends.
Oh, yeah. Classic place name puzzle.
Yeah.
The sources give us 3 different stories, which usually means nobody's quite sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's legend number 1?
The simplest one, probably the most likely. It just means 4 trees. Yetsu for 4, ki or giver for tree. Maybe there were 4 big landmark trees there way back when.
Makes sense. What's the next one? More elaborate.
A bit. Legend 2 is religious. It connects to Saikuji Temple. They have this wooden statue of Prince Shotoku. And the story goes that the statue's head was made by joining together 4 different types of wood.
Ah, 4 woods.
Right. And supposedly the statue was inscribed with Yotsugi Zenyu, so that elevates the name a bit, gives this spiritual angle.
Okay, and legend 3, usually there's a dramatic one.
Always. This one involves the famous general Minamoto no Yoritomo. The story claims he was passing through Yotsugi on his way to campaign up north in Oshu.
Okay.
And the exact time he arrived or passed through was the hour of Yotsu. In the old Edo time system, that was either 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. So the place name gets linked to this major historical figure and moment.
4 trees, 4 woods, or 10 o'clock. Take your pick. But whatever the origin, Yotsugi used to be quite lively.
Yeah, surprisingly so. After the war, it apparently had 3 movie theaters. They even called it Katsushika's Ginza.
Wow, really? That's hard to picture now.
Right. Today, it's much quieter. It's got that really nice preserved Shitamachi residential feel. Much more laid back than Tateishi. If you want to soak that up, take a walk down the Shibu shopping street. It's got this interesting curve to it. Real local atmosphere. Hashtag outro.
So we started this deep dive looking for a ghost name, Honden-chō. And we found its echoes everywhere, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
From that ancient, literally vanishing rock, the Tateishi-sama, representing physical history fading away.
To that little piece of administrative history, the fact that the whole ward basically started in what's now a library in Tateishi.
We saw how that really tough post-war period created something totally unique and now maybe endangered in the senbero culture of Tateishi's alleys.
Yeah, and then how Yotsugi took a completely different path, using modern pop culture, Captain Tsubasa, to write a whole new kind of local history that draws people from all over the world.
Honden Town might be gone from the street signs, but looking for it really does give you this incredible window into Tokyo's constant change, that push and pull between keeping things and letting them go.
Absolutely. So much of this district's story is about disappearances.
Yeah.
The name, the rock, the pre-war landscape. Maybe soon those old wooden alleys, too.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. The stories of Honden-chō, its identity, they almost got lost just because of maps changing and time passing.
Yeah. So think about your own area, your own neighborhood. What forgotten history, what local story that's passed down by word of mouth rather than written on a plaque, what piece that is still around for you. Maybe it's time to go find that story, hold on to it before it fades away completely.